In a small pot, add your instant dry yeast. Then you want to add sugar. Then you want to add warm milk. Make sure it's lukewarm, not hot or cold, and mix everything together. Set it aside for 15 minutes. In a different bowl, add your egg, then add your milk, the rest of the milk that we have, sour cream, and then your puffed up dry yeast. So just mix everything together and make sure your yeast is activated. Then finally add butter and mix everything together. You want to make sure everything has incorporated and is completely mixed in. The mixture should look just like this. Next, into your stand mixer, add your plain flour, and you're gonna attach a dough hook and then pour your wet mixture into your dry mixture and mix on a low speed until everything is mixed in. You then want to slowly keep adding the wet mixture into your flour mixture and keep mixing, and this process will probably take around 5 to 10 minutes. If you're kneading this by hand, you will need to make sure you're ready for some work. Obviously in the KitchenAid it makes it much easier. So the dough should become nice and easy and very, very soft, so it'd be nice and sticky just like that. Next, add some flour onto your kitchen surface, place your dough, and you want to knead it just for a few more seconds with your hands. Add more flour on top, make sure it doesn't stick to you. So just roll it up and down, pressing from both sides, and it's very, very nice and soft dough, very easy to work with, and I absolutely love it. Very, very delicious. So once you've folded it in several times, it's ready to go and prove. So I've prepared a nice large bowl and I'm adding some olive oil inside. You can add any oil that you have. The reason for that is when the dough goes up, we want to make sure it's not stuck and it can rise. So just spread your oil around and then add your dough inside and then twist it around from both sides to make sure it's nice and oily. And we'll leave this to proof for about an hour and a half, depends on your house and how warm it is. So place it into a warm spot. Take your potatoes, peel them off, and then do that with the rest of your potatoes. You then want to cut them into half and then half again. And we're doing this to make sure that they boil much faster. Then place them into a large pot with some cold water, and we're going to boil them for about 25 minutes or so. But keep checking them with a knife, and when they're ready, drain the water completely. In the meantime, I've chopped up some onion and I'm gonna fry it in butter to make it nice and caramelized. And then once our potatoes are done, we're going to add some seasoning, salt and pepper, butter, and our caramelized onions inside. And this will give it a really delicious flavor. So just mix everything together with a potato masher. And then once you feel like you're happy with the filling, you might want to add a bit more butter so it's nice and juicy and super creamy mashed potato. Cut your onion into nice fine pieces and fry it in butter until it's nice and caramelized. At that point, you want to add your pancetta. You can also use bacon, just make sure it's nice and chopped. Mix everything together and then cook it for a few minutes until the bacon is cooked. Lastly, you want to add your meat, and you can use beef or pork, it's completely up to you. And then mix everything together until it's nice and mixed. Add your salt and pepper, cook for further 10 minutes, mix everything together, and when it's done, take it off the heat. When your dough has proofed, you want to take it and flour it, and then you want to roll out into a nice sort of square shape. And you're going to do this with both parts of the dough because we're going to have one bottom and one top. So once your dough is completely rolled out, it should be nice and thin and not too thick at the edges as well. Then you want to put your mashed potato filling inside and be quite generous. Spread it around until it's nice and even, and then add your meat filling. You want to spread the meat filling all around the dough as well, so that you have a lot of meat and potato filling everywhere in the corners too. When you have finished that, you want to add your second layer of the dough on top and just cover the pie from the sides, going around and twisting, so you kind of get this nice beautiful pattern as well. Then you want to add your egg wash on top of your pie. Make sure it's got around everywhere, the edges and the inside. And then to make sure that it actually has the steam coming out, you're going to make a few holes around the pie, but I also think the shape is really beautiful too. Then you want to bake your pie for about 35 to 45 minutes in the oven until it's completely golden and done, and you'll be able to smell it, trust me. The pie looks amazing, it smells so good in the kitchen. It's best to eat it straight away while it's warm and delicious. You want to cut it into nice small pieces and enjoy it for breakfast, lunch or dinner. And you will get a nice potato and meat filling in each bite. And just want to show you how it looks inside. Gosh, it's so delicious. I hope you try this, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a big like and comment on this video.